When you commit, everything else will fall into place. I promise you. I promise you.
What's up, ladies? Second point is
let me ask you, how would your life be different without any mental roadblocks? What is happening, legend? Hope you are doing absolutely amazing. I'm out here today in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. It's 24 degrees today, and I thought I would go out here and shoot a couple of videos for you to talk more about, you know, all the things we're talking about every single time in our videos. How to make yourself better, how to become a better person, how to, you know, feel better, think better, look better, and ultimately be better as a human being, you know, because that's what it all comes down to. You can have a six-pack and be miserable. You can have lots of money and be miserable. What I'm going to talk with you about in this video here, I'm going to talk with you about my CCP formula for success. And these sort of like 3 principles is something that we gotta have. We gotta do these things in order to actually move the needle and move ourselves in certain areas of our life. And the 3 things is commit, it's consistency, and it's pivot. Why do we talk about formulas and why do we talk about principles and things to do, right? We do that because we need to have something in place that we can rely on, something that we can dig into so we know, okay, we're on the right track. Do I need some consistency right now? Do I need to be more committed right now? Do I need to pivot and go in a different direction right now? We need to have these anchor points in place so we know where we're at in the deal, right? So we know where we're at in the process of what we want to achieve, right? So let us say you're starting out right now and you want to get your body in shape. You need to commit. You need to come up with an emotional reason for why this is going to happen for you. Not just losing weight, but because you're gonna make yourself better. You're gonna feel good, you're gonna look good, you're never gonna let yourself down anymore. You wanna feel confident and you wanna feel the best version of yourself, and you wanna be an example for everybody around you. You're gonna have some juice, you're gonna have something that's gonna pull you out, right? You're gonna have something that's gonna pull you up. Let's say it's money, right? Commit to the thing. I want to get $1 million. Why do you want $1 million? Because I want to look after my family. I want to take them on trips around the world. I want to influence communities. I want to help myself. I want to help my family. I want to do, say, and go wherever I want to go. For example, right? You got to have emotional reasons. You got to have something big, something juicy that pulls you out in the future that you can commit to. Because if you just want to lose 10 kgs and that's your thing, well, there you go. It's not gonna be exciting for you to do. So you gotta have something that you commit to. When you commit, everything else will fall into place. I promise you. I promise you. When you commit, there's no way out. When you commit, you see it all the way through. So whatever goal and whatever thing you have had in your life that you haven't followed through on so far, it's because you're lacking commitment. You're not committed to it all in. And I've talked about that in so many other videos. Like, you got pain and you got pleasure to move towards, right? Pain will always be the strongest one to move away from, always. So when you get emotional reasons for, you know, why you want to get in shape, you're like, I never want to be a fat fuck anymore, that treat myself like shit. I don't want to look like I'm doing right now. I am tired and I'm over that. That thing has so much more power on you moving the ship ahead than saying, okay, I want to lose 10 kgs because I want to look sexy and feel good for the upcoming holiday. It just has. Pain always has more power over the positive. Always. Always. That's why negativity travels. That's why you see the news. Negativity news travels much further, much faster than positive news. It just does. Because negativity is, I don't know what it is for people. There's some sort of like magnitude to that for people being drawn into negativity, you know. So number 1 is that you gotta commit. This is the CCP formula. Number 1, you gotta commit if you wanna have success in whatever you wanna achieve in your life. Number 2 is the consistency. For you to have success, you need consistency. Wow, wow. Everybody says that, right? Why do we need consistency, right? Why do you need to hear more about that consistency? You already know consistency. But that's the number 1 thing I see people post online. Is the number 1 thing I see from clients, from people, from friends, whatever they want to achieve in their life. It's consistency. But I promise you, if you solve the first one about committing, the consistency becomes easy over time. But for you to be consistent and become more consistent in the beginning, you gotta develop that muscle of just doing the things over and over again. And that leads me into the third point, which is pivot. You gotta understand when you need to move. So pivot is not the same as quitting. Pivot is realizing that what I'm doing right now is not working. And what does pivot mean in that situation? Pivot means take a rest, back off, go down another track, get rid of some people over here, bring some new people in. Pivot, you gotta know yourself enough to say, okay, this is not going to work the way I'm doing it right now. This is not going to work long term. So again, back to your weight loss goal. If you're banging out low-calorie diet and you're very consistent and you're following a plan and you're not eating any chocolate and don't have any wine and you don't socialize, you will know that this is going to end at some point because you gotta fall in. So you gotta learn how to pivot and say to yourself, okay, this is not a sustainable way right now. I can't continue doing what I'm doing right now for the rest of my life. I need to pivot and find a different approach. So what is the CCP formula for success? Number one is that you must commit. You must develop that juicy reasons, emotions, and go all in on the things you want to do. So commit. You need number two, consistency. Consistency is your routines. Consistency is that you're developing an approach that is easy for you to follow through on, so you can start trusting yourself in the process. Because in the beginning, it's like, it's a big goal and you're like, how am I actually going to go there? How am I going to achieve that success I want? You need to find these steps and you need to start to learn to trust yourself that you're going in the right direction. And number three is that you need to learn how to pivot. You need to have that awareness within yourself to say, okay, stop, move to the left, move to the right, go over, push harder right now, pivot a little bit to the right. You need to have that awareness within yourself. You need to learn how to develop that awareness so you are able to actually go in a direction in a sustainable manner, so you're not hitting that block and then you go all the way back again. You're crashing and you go all the way down again. You need to know how to pivot, right? So again, you can click a link somewhere around this video here, down in the comment field or something right now. You're clicking a link there. You'll basically go into a page and then there's some questions that I'm asking you about, What is your goals? What is your obstacles, frustrations, all these sort of things that is kind of like signals for you where you are today and where you want to go. You're going into that page and then you're putting in your details there, and then we will get on a call together. Again, it's a completely free call where you and we're going in depth about where you are right now and what do we need to do in order to get you in that direction there, right? So click the link below somewhere around this video there, and I look forward to talk to you very, very soon, legend.